Uh-oh. First start of the diary of the diesel, right? That's my boys back there in the background, man. It's our senior year. We start getting the advertising and recording on what we do, how we do it. Man, I'm gonna be camera ready in a little bit. Life is different, man, you know what I mean? We done started many times since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. And I just feel different now, you know, he being in his senior year, seeing him grow. Knowing he's gonna be leaving soon, in about a year, it's gonna be me and JoJo, but you know, I think I'm proud. I remember back in the days, and you know, right now we sitting on I think seven D1 offers, and what's so funny, you know, D1, I'm learning a lot of games, and I think I should be a parent, talk to up and coming athletes on how the game works. There's a lot more to this game than I realized. You think it's what your kids do on the court, but a lot of times it's different. It's not what your kid do on the court. It's sometimes a lot based on the parents and how people perceive you. Like, your kid could be a dog, but if nobody really know you, you could be successful. But as you get older, there's no more clapping and cheering and happy like a Go fan. You can root for your favorite fan. Like, say, a lot of people like LeBron and Michael Jordan, they can put on their Facebook, LeBron is the best player ever. I love him. You know what I'm saying? This is my best player, or Michael Jordan's better. And everybody like, oh, okay. But if you say something positive about your kid, like, man, I think my kid's good because I raised him. I believe in him. So I think my kid is better than somebody else. Nuh-uh. All of a sudden now, oh, let's not give this kid props. And I'm not saying because I do it, because I do it a little bit, but I know for sure from parents and kids that do it, it's kind of like a thing amongst kids. Parents like, man, he think his kid too good, and then really he is. So a lot of times you gotta look at it like, man, what do you do? So you gotta sit back in the cut, pat your kid on the back and say you're doing a good job, keep doing what you're doing, right? But you always gotta want the best for your kid, right? I could go story on story, and since this is my first video, well, my videos, what I want to do is start planning on putting it together like, well, in fact, let me start forward. Let me switch it around. Can't switch it around. I was going to say, I want to do a plan where videos where we talk about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, when I went through. Like I was saying, when he was, we used to come in this court, and I'm probably gonna try to look up pictures if I can. I'm going live, so this is all off the top of the brain. But this little elementary school down the street, and look at it now. We used to go in courts back here when he's in third grade and first grade, and we used to come out here, and he couldn't really get it up to that rim, so we used to go over there and play, and we used to jump in the sand. I used to have him running all the way around it, and just do all little workouts. And I used to live with a dream. That he was one day gonna make it. But I didn't really expect it. I played ball in Anchorage, Alaska. My biggest goal coming out as anybody in that class, unless you wasn't world known, was going to junior college. It was set. You going to junior college. You was top players in there, and you might go to Division II when I came out. Something came out recently, too, that ranked me 64th best player ever in Alaska. I'm just throwing that out there like I got game, right? But so we used to practice and work out. I used to have him running all the way. It's a big field way back there in the back. I used to have him running all the way around that whole entire field, around this parking lot. There's a little church league right there. Sometimes it's open up. We'll go in there and play. I just asking people saying, hey, you know, my son could play. I'm trying to get him in where I could. But with that being said, it's like, as a dad, you want to say, yeah, my son is good, he could play. Now, I see him as a lot of things he could work on, but I wouldn't let nobody else know that. A lot he could work on, tremendous, right? And he's gonna always need work to get better. I feel like, you know, two brothers. White shirt is Big Dama, and that's my youngest, Jordan. Jordan, that's my heart. Figuring out his avenues. Growing up as a kid, Jordan would suffer a little seizures and a setback in his life, so we never really did force him to work out. I never forced him, which was hard. I did force him in the beginning stages, but he just didn't want it. He didn't want it, cry and kick, and didn't want it. So I try every now and then, let him rest, let him see what Damon doing, and force him. He didn't want it, so I never forced it on him because I'm gonna let him find his own avenue. I don't want to live through him. Now Damon, he wanted it. I mean, he wanted it when he was, I think he was 5, 6 years old, which is funny now. I think about it. It's funny because we used to the U.S. Olympic team. I think it was LeBron them that year when LeBron them first went in the U.S. Olympic team, 2003. So it had to be 2005 or 6. So it's an even year. Whatever year that was, when they was playing, it'd be early in the morning. He'd be up in his bed asleep, and I'll put the U.S. Olympic game on high, and I turn the volume up. Now he started playing when he was 3 though. We had him in the league, basketball league, when he was 3, and everybody thought that was early, but I mean, he just slowly developed it. He wanted it. So I turned it up real loud so he could hear, but he was all the way upstairs. Door shut. And next thing, you know, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning because the games came out early. I turned it up real loud, sitting on the couch, wait a few minutes. Next thing, I hear somebody open up, door slam, come running down the steps and jump on the bed, on the couch next to me. And that's when I knew I had him. I tell a story, another about Damon, then my next one be about my JoJo. But this one is positive, opening light. In a view of everything I'm going to go over on the videos. Now, I don't know. I'm trying to stick to it. Also, I'm in my weight workout plan. So I'm going to stick to that part too. Second part, I knew I had him watching it, right? But when he was 3, he played in this league. Then I coached my very first league. It had to be 5 at the Soto Rec Center. When I coached this league at the Soto Rec Center, I didn't know what I was embarking. I was working 2 jobs at the time. I was working this overnight job where I had to work 16 hours, right? And I was driving. And I was driving, but I knew for sure I wanted to be the coach of that team. I wanted him to feel the vibe of it, right? So what I did was, as a team, put the team together. And some of these kids we still see to this day around the area. When I put the team together, he on his team, you could tell we worked out so much that he's a real skilled above the regular team in the rec league. You can see he's more skilled. So maybe if the team scored 15 points that game, he might have had 11. Everybody, but it wasn't ball hogging though, to a certain extent. Kind of it was too, because he could only one score. He'll take the ball from him and lay it up. There was this one team after us. I can't remember the name of that team, and I wish I could find that kid to this day to see whatever happened to him. It was one team where the coach, their team was pretty good. So we played first 2 games, and I seen on the schedule, it's like, man, who's the other team 2-0? Oh, they play right behind us. So, okay, we're going to watch them play. So we played, we won maybe, we beat them by that age, 5'4", baby. So 5 years old, we beat him by like 15. He had a good game. So we stopped and watched the other team play. We watched this other team play, and this one little kid was coming out there making layups, looking good. He was dribbling, shooting jumpers. And I'm just looking at him. I'm like, man, that kid could play. Now I'm saying it because he's right there beside me. I said, man, that kid is good. That kid could really play. And I'm looking in the corner of my eye, he getting mad. I'm like, okay, I'm liking that. Man, this kid is good. Man, this kid is really good. Look how hard he's playing. Man, I don't know if we're going to beat this team. Damon, I don't know. He's like, Dad, I could beat. I'm better than him. I don't know, man. I don't know. D, that kid the best. I think I got about 5 more minutes. And so finally we get our chance to play him. But with 3 games down the line, but let me skip back. So after that, I was like, man, that 14 is good. That 14 could play. I don't know who 14 is. He could play. He's a killer. Man, I don't know if he's gonna be able to hang with him. And he's like, so every day. So finally we get our chance to play him. So I'm coach. So I tell one of the other guys, I say, okay, you guard 14. I say, so you guard 1, you guard 3. Cedric, you guard number 14. All I hear a big loud, I'm like, what? I look down, like he was mad. And I know I got him. I was like, nah. I was like, man, he too good, man. I don't know if you can guard him. And so he was mad at that moment. So he's like, I don't know if you can guard him, right? So we play him, and they go down to we going back and forth. Well, I didn't have the right strategy for him, so I took the L. He played a good game, but they wound up beating us by 3 points. 14, he played an all right game. I think Damon outscored him, but Damon wound up fouling out because he played so hard. So he wound up fouling out, and they beat us by 3 points. Okay, it's like, dang. So the whole time I told the 14 was better than him. Man, I can't believe that. He better, and they coach his dad the coach, and he better than me, and so now he better than our family. You know, that coach better than me, the player better than me, man. And I can't do nothing. I can't get out there and play. What I'm gonna do? So we wind up playing. Get to the playoffs. We make it all the way to the playoffs. When we get to the playoffs, we meet up with them, right? And so this what happens. So as the game goes on, I do it again. I say, Sid, you got number 14. He said, Dad, let me get him. I got him. I said, you got him? I said, okay, you can't foul out, man. He said, I got him. Listen to me. To this day, he's 17 now. This one he was 5. To this day, I tell you, probably one of the best when he started it all. He played him so hard. It was ridiculous. The way he played, the skill level, I knew he had it because he just D'd the boy up. He was determined not to let him catch the ball. And all the things you say as a coach, you say, this is what you want. So, I mean, he just went hard at him and took at him. You know, it was something hard, you know, for the championship. So play him in the championship. So you could hit a buzzer. So once the buzzer goes, right? So it was coming down to 3, 2, 1, and I think we won. We winning by 7, and we got the ball. We dribbling it out, and they try to foul. So we passing the ball around, and so finally they just say stop fouling. We dribble it out, and he dribbles to make the layup. He's all the way on the other end of the court for one end because somehow they switched the goals on the other end of the court, and we on one end. And what happened is, so after the game buzzer run, you know, kids jumping around, yeah, we won the championship. He come running all the way from the other end, running me, jumping my arms, and like, who the best now, Daddy? Who the best now? Like with his chest poked out, who the best now, Dad? You know what I'm saying? And it was one of the proudest moments as the beginning of basketball. Now, he had one since he won nationals and since he won state. He don't get his proud for major awards, but that moment right there was one of the best for his relationship, for our relationship. I think it started like I knew what my match was for my oldest. I knew what we were headed with it. Now, I'm going to tell you something about that little joker right there in the orange here in a little bit. But for the first go round for that little joker right there where you at, for that little joker right there, that was my starting off story. Thank y'all for sticking with me. Dealing with me, we just laying in bed and woke up on this Sunday. I think it's close to June the 1st, to 2020. We just woke up, sticking together, started documenting my story time and telling of how, you know, this certain life is something, you know, I just want them to know, I want y'all to know. I go into deep about my relationship, my family, my history too, but at this moment right now, I couldn't be no prouder of them. Them two right there, both of them. Thank you for watching. 15 minutes was a long minute. Now, I'm surprised anybody watched it this long, but about us. But thank you. Tune back into the next time. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm start doing that too. Don't forget to subscribe and look at the history and leave me a note in comments. Thank you.